Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the official Marhaba DeFi channel. My name is Moby Sadiq, and I'm delighted to be joined by the one, the only, the enigma that is Naquib Mohammad, founder and chief strategist at Marhaba DeFi. Naquib, thanks for joining us today.
What kind of introduction was that?
I,
That
I,
was so
I,
embarrassing.
I can go further than that, brother Naquib. Obviously,
No, 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 please, please.
your background, what you've done in the crypto world. That is the humble version. That's the humble version.
No, no, no.
But
No, I'm
anyway.
not trying to be humble, but that was embarrassing.
All
Okay,
good, all
thank you.
good.
Thank you so
Well,
much, Movie, for
we're
such
gonna
a
stick with it.
thank you so much for such nice words, for such kind words. Thank you. Thank you so
No, no, all
much.
good, all good. Obviously, we've had the channel up for like 2, 3 months now, so I can't believe it's taken us so long to get you on. So thanks for making it. I know you're a busy man. Now, of course, I'm chatting with you today because Marhaba is reaching an incredible milestone of the pre-public sales round. But before I get into that, just in the last couple of days, there's been some incredible partnerships announced. And I was hoping maybe you could share some of those and what they mean for Marhaba and the community.
Okay, so we have some nice partnerships already done. There are some nice partnerships that are under discussion, and some are queued. Okay, so overall, we have around 37 partnerships under discussion. 80% of them are technology partnerships, and the remaining are like business partnerships, where we would be collaborating in exchanging services, in exchanging business value additions, etc. So, and the remaining are technology collaborations, where we would be working with teams, integrating our platform with them, and making use of the technology platforms. So few of them have already been announced. That's there in the news. To start with, I mean, Sukhwati was our first technology partnership that we announced. Sukhwati is a decentralized cloud storage mechanism. So if you guys know Filecoin, it's the next version of Filecoin, much better, obviously. Because I mean, this is how DeFi industry is being built, right? One Lego is built, they add one more Lego to it, and they make one-story house, two-story house. So this is how the DeFi industry is progressing. I mean, it hasn't yet reached to a peak point. We are still working on building on each other. This is how the industry is revolving. So Sukhwati protocol is a next level uh, of a next level cloud storage decentralized platform. We would be using initially for our Souk NFT marketplace, Souk NFT platform, because Souk and marketplace mean the same. So Souk NFT platform, because one challenge that we have observed is usually NFT marketplaces, NFT platforms, they store the data in their own platforms. So we wanted to bring a level of decentralization over there as well. So we would be using the infrastructure of Sukhwati for data storage, and going forward we would be exploring more use cases, and also we'll be exploring cross token use cases. So this is related to Sukhwati. Apart from that, we had sizable investments coming up from a lot of VCs. Some of them have been named. Some of them would be named in few days. We had Shisha Finance, we had New Tribe Venture Capitalists. They have,
Yeah.
I mean, all of them have like 70, 80 plus projects in the portfolio. And then we have Blockchain Australia, who is backing us from the very beginning. They are based in Melbourne. Then we have Tasco, which is based in Sydney. They are backing us as well. They're an investor. Um, then we have, yeah, we have New World Group, Mosaic Ventures, who recently invested in Algebra, one of the one of the upcoming Islamic fintech giants in UK. So they invested in us as well, and going forward, we would be exploring more technology collaborations with them as time progresses. So these are like few under discussions, few that are done. There are many under discussions. Obviously, since they are under discussion, I cannot reveal them. But yeah, you will be hearing them as time progresses. Related to the security aspect, we finished a collaboration, a partnership agreement with Hacken. Hacken is a Ukrainian-based security company, smart contract auditing and security advisory. So they are our onboarded partners. They would be our permanent security partners. and we'll be working along with them. Apart from that, we have almost reached to a conclusion with one more security company. They would be doing an on ramp, on chain, not on ramp, on chain security validation of all our transactions of the tokens that we use of our liquidity pools. So that would be like a live security, 24 into 7 live security auditing, like a smart webcam monitoring you. So it would be in a similar way for the transaction. So this is something very interesting, which would add additional confidence to our investors in our platform. So this is almost finalized. Probably in the next week, in the next show, it would be there. The news would be there with you.
Absolutely. And the good cue there, good reminder, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. If you get any value out of what you hear today, please do those. And of course, join the Telegram group. I think it's over 12,000 followers there, and there's a number of different multilingual language ones as well. So no, that's really, really exciting, Naquib. And I know, like, for example, some big names from all corners of the world, like, New Tribe Capital. I know they invested in Casper Labs and that blew up. So some really, really exciting stuff there. So, of course, the reason why I'm talking to you today, a huge milestone on the cards, the pre-public sales. So talk to me what that means. What does pre-public sales mean? And where is that in, I guess, the journey of, funding for Marhaba?
All right. So the pre-public sale is an effort to include more retail investors as part of our journey. I mean, the way we started fundraising, we were initially, we opened our fundraising a few months back, and then we started getting in retailers first, because it's easy to talk to retail investors because you meet them face to face, you talk to them, you explain the project, and they are the only one who decide whether to invest or not invest. But when you approach a VC, a fund, it's not one person who decides. It's a collective organizational decision, which obviously takes time. Sometimes the people analyzing your projects, they're absolutely fine with it, but and in the back end, due to some regulatory reasons, funding reasons, they don't reach to an agreement. This takes time. So usually it is much easier to onboard retail investors and founders fund, to be specific. And this is how we started our journey. And then when we started seeing that the subscription amount is increasing, so we started keeping a cap on top of that. Like initially we kept a cap of minimum $10,000. Initially there was no cap. We had a lot of investors investing even less than 5K as well. But then we put a cap of minimum 10K. Then it grew to 100K, and then we removed retail investors completely because we needed few VCs for strategic value addition as well. So this is how we progressed. But all this time we were receiving messages and interest from retail investors that they wanted to support this project and they wanted to be part of the community. And it made perfect sense because DeFi is actually, it's more towards targeted towards individuals, right? Like you and me who use it every day. The institutional DeFi is still under discussion and it's still not a reality. But even MRHB is working towards institutional DeFi. You will be hearing news related to this soon, inshallah. So when we saw this really good interest coming from the retail investors, we thought that, look, we need to find out some way to include these people, because these are the ones who are actually passionate about the project, because VCs, okay, they are passionate as well, but more so they have to also satisfy their liquidity providers in the funds. So the actual support and actual backing comes from retail investors. Okay. But we were very selective in onboarding the retail investors as well, just to make sure that they would be long time holders of our token, not like they buy and they pump and they dump it on the first available opportunity. So we made sizable investment in terms of time in selecting these retail investors. But going forward, we saw that no, we have to give more opportunities to these guys. So that is where we got together. We thought that, okay, we have let's give an allocation only for retail investors. So if you open the white paper in the tokenomics section, there are two rounds called private whitelist and exclusive entry sale. So these are the two rounds as part of the pre-sales over there. So these are the same rounds that are starting from October 7th. The private whitelist is named as the pre-public sale round 1. It would be available for purchase from the dashboard with a minimum of 500 USDT and the maximum of 5,000 USDT. Okay, so beyond 5,000 USDT, if anybody wants to invest, they have to actually go through the team, because there are KYC, AML regulations over there. So as per our legal team's feedback, we cannot accept more than 5,000 USDT without level 2 KYC, because in the dashboard we'll be doing level 1 KYC, email address and Metamask wallet details. That's it. But beyond $5,000, anybody wants to participate, they have to go through the team. So what you need to do is send an email to business@marhabadefi.com, mentioning your interest, and the team will take it from there. I mean, a lot of you guys who would be hearing this would already be private investors, so you know what process you guys have followed. I mean, you emailed the team, the team met you, discussed with you, and then they got you on board. So this would be the same process that would be followed. So this private whitelist round is private whitelist round for people more than 5,000 USDT, and for people less than 5,000 USDT, it is pre-public sale round one, which is available from the dashboard from October 7th onwards. There is no intention of creating a FOMO. We do not want that, because we want people to participate as much as possible. So we have considerable amount of allocation over there, and we have kept the timeline from almost 2 to 3 weeks. It's not that we pump all our money into hype marketing, create the hype, and try to finish the sales in 1 day or 2 days. So this is not what we want. We want everybody to participate, think about, come into the platform, read every details, think about the pros and cons of investing in private rounds, and then invest, and take time, even like a day or 2 day to make a decision. So this is what we actually want. I mean, this is the transparency that's promised by a Sharia compliant platform, right? Otherwise, we do not want people to come in just to be part of it without reading anything. They just go ahead and later they create a chaos. Oh, I did not know this, and this is not what I intended. I want my money back. This is a chaos and a disturbance for everybody over there. So we are giving sufficient time for people to understand everything and what it means to be a private investor. I don't know how many have been able to be part of projects as private investors, but it's not the same as public sales. There is a lockup period, there is vesting schedules. So all of these needs to be understood, and then people have to go ahead with investing.
No, that's awesome. I think that's, you ask how many people have gone through that. Probably very few, very, very few people, right? Because, you're probably being more humble there than you need to, brother Naquib. But, average people don't have those opportunities. You generally have to wait. Yeah, you're not in the first round, second round, third round. You just have to wait with everyone. So I really kind of like that balance of giving people that opportunity to be early, getting a discount on the tokens, which we can talk about, but at the same time having that, because rights and responsibilities, right? Two-way street, but having a vesting lockup schedule, which I think also gives a lot of confidence to the average investor that, hey, there are VCs and there are retail investors that can't just pump and dump. So that's amazing. So now you spoke a little bit about the dashboard. Talk to us about what the dashboard is, and I guess what is it? So October 7th arrives, people go to the website, they check out the dashboard. Kind of break that down for us.
Yeah. So the dashboard is that would be available on our website. So what you do is that, I mean, it would be a very easy to use. We are trying to make it as minimalistic as possible. There would be a regular terms and conditions that we are making sure that everybody reads it. Personally, I have never read terms and conditions anywhere before clicking a tick, but we are trying to make it short, because this is investment, right? You're giving your money. So it is important for you to read. I mean, it's an appeal that you guys read it. And then when you sign in with your email address and everything, there would be an agreement document which will give you the details of the pre-sale, and it will have the vesting schedule and everything. So you have to read this, you have to click on I agree, and once you do this, you will be emailed the copy of the agreement. So this is a SAFT agreement. SAFT means SAFT, which stands for Simple Assurance Against Future Token. So in traditional investments, in private equity investments, you have SAFE, SAFE, Simple Assurance Against Future Equity. In token-based fundraising, you have Simple Assurance Against Future Token. Okay, so before you ask if this is Sharia compliant or not, so our Sharia team has made it sure that it's a forward sale agreement which aligns with the Salam contract in Islamic finance. So it is Sharia compliant at the same time. The team has made sure it is Sharia compliant. How it is, maybe you can refer to the Sharia green paper under the token sale in section 4.2, if I remember it exactly, maybe 4.1. The paper describes about the token sale standard. I mean, how a future token sale is Sharia compliant. So this is exactly that would be reflected in the SAFT document that would be popped up on the website. You have to agree to it. Then you see how many tokens are there, how many tokens are left. You connect your wallet, you get the public address, you do your transfers. To $200, sorry, $500 minimum, right? So between $500 to $5,000, any amount that you want to send, you send it in USDT, USDC, and BUSD, ERC20 and BP20 standards both. And then you will see like how much tokens of you is equivalent to the amount that you're investing, and finish, you're done. And after that, close to the public sale, you would be contacted by the team again to access your dashboard. And once the TG is done, token generation event, you can start claiming your tokens from there.
Yeah, amazing, amazing. And just for anyone who's completely new to crypto, obviously you referred to having a wallet, so you probably need like a Metamask wallet, which is just a browser-based wallet. Anything else, Brother Naquib? Anything else that they would need?
Yeah, so we are trying to make it even simpler. So it's just not MetaMask wallet, because sometimes MetaMask wallet might be confusing for a lot of people as well. So any crypto wallet that you use, you just need to take the address from the website and send your amount to the same address. That's it.
Yeah, even from
Just like you are
Binance.
sending crypto to somebody else.
Yeah. And even if you're on a centralized exchange like Binance, you can just use the address and send it, correct? Simple.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, awesome. So, I mean, after this, Brother Naquib, how many more sales are there to come after this particular round? So, obviously, we have October 7th. What's
So
happening next?
we have pre public sale round one, as I said, which coincides to the private whitelist phase. The token price is set to 2 cents, 0.02 USDT. And then you have, once this is done, we'll be taking 1 week of gap in creating the marketing strategies for the next round. Then again, the exclusive entry list sale will start, and which would be named as the pre-public sale round 2 in the dashboard again. So as I said, there's plenty of allocation left, and there is plenty of time for everybody to participate. But then again, I mean, everybody is everybody, right? I mean, the world is finite, and there are 7 billion people, 7 trillion people out there. So I mean, I don't know how soon that would be, or how it might get finished in one day. It might take 1 month to finish up as well, but depends on what kind of interest we are able to gather from the community. But at the same time, it's a disclaimer that the dashboard would not be the only place for the sale to take place, because people who are investing more than 5,000 USDT, they would be doing a purchase from the team as well through a direct channel. So it would be exhausted. It would be getting exhausted in parallel. But yeah, we'll try our best to keep it available as long as possible.
Yeah, absolutely. So understanding that, yes, it's for 3 weeks, but obviously for that, opportunity for people to do their research, but there's no sort of promises. It's essentially first come, first serve. So I think that's common sense.
CFS, first come, first serve. I mean, we have to be fair, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so I mean, from your guesstimate, obviously there's a lot of buzz in the community. There's a lot of media that's been published as well. The Telegram group has like 12,000. What's your fair guesstimate? Like, how long do you think someone has? And obviously, not holding you to this, but and I guess, look, it's still, as of recording, it's October 1st. So I think people should use this opportunity to read the white paper, read the light paper, read the green trio paper, which is all online at marhabadefi.com. So how long do you think, if you had to guess, Brother Naquib, how long do you think that round will take to be exhausted?
My personal target to get it completed within 10 days. This is my target, and this is a target that I've given the marketing team. That, guys, if you're not finishing in 10 days, then you guys are not doing a good job. So there's too much of pressure I have built up over there. Let's see.
Yeah, awesome. So question around like when the purchase tokens will be released. So obviously we have these rounds coming up, and you touched on it before, but when will they actually be released to these pre-round investors?
So once we have the pre-public sale round 1 done, then we have the pre-public sale round 2. Then we'll take like 2 weeks of time to prepare ourselves for the public sale. That is estimated to be done in the first week of December. We might make it in the last week of November as well, but 99.9% it will be in the first week of December, inshallah. So we will do it in multiple launch pads. It would be public sale. The public sale price would be decided just before that, depending on the marketing situations, but it's not going to be below 3 cents. So that early investors are incentivized well. I mean, they should be in a profit, right? At least they should be sitting in a 2x, 3x profit. So the public sale would be around the first week of December, and then the listing will happen in the next 48 hours. We have already finalized our discussions with two centralized exchanges, one in Europe, one in India. More discussions are underway, and as time progresses, like it's a continuous process. Like Matic, Hedera, Algorand, they're still being listed even after 3 years. So there's so many exchanges out there, and this would be a continuous process. We have a sufficient fund allocation from the fund we are raising for exchange listings as well, but we are being diligent over there not to waste the investors' money in exchanges, because anyways, I mean, we believe that we would be popular, we would be much regarded in the community, and the exchanges will list us to increase their own traffic. So we will start with like few exchanges, and then obviously it would be available on the decentralized exchanges as well, Uniswap, PancakeSwap, where people can trade, exchange, and buy.
Yeah, got you. So just some, I guess, basic questions that do come up generally people have in their mind I'd love to throw at you. One of them is, can someone change their mind? Like they signed the agreement, maybe they did FOMO in despite, our recommendations not to FOMO in. Can someone actually change their mind after they sign the agreement?
Um, Look, I'm not a Sharia scholar. I'm not a practicing Muslim. Disclaimer. I try to practice my best. It's my effort that I keep doing every day. But whatever little knowledge I have about the Islamic laws of trade is that if somebody needs a return, they need to be 100% refunded without a second question. So yes, if somebody wants to change his mind even after paying, we would be doing 100% refund before the token sale. Obviously, once the token sale is done, I mean, it's smart contract, we cannot change anything else. So once the token public sale is done, they can come back to us, they can ask for a refund. We'll be happy to refund 100% without any commission cut or platform charges cut on all those hidden charges. No, it would
Got
be
you, got you.
100%.
Okay, so once someone signs the agreement, how long do they have to actually send their funds before, that agreement is cancelled?
Look through the dashboard, you have to do it immediately, or maybe you just sign up, you take your time instead of signing the contract, you take your time to understand and reflect and make your purchase. 2 days, 3 days, 5 days, 10 days, whenever you want. But if the allocation is finished, we cannot do anything before that. But if you are going through the team and you sign in the SAFT agreement and you don't, and the funds are not received within 3 working days, then the team will probably cancel your agreement, because there are other people waiting in the queue to get in, and it won't be fair for them to wait when somebody is not sending their funds. So as I said, first come first serve basis, this has to be done within 3 working days.
Awesome. So this one I have to ask because we've all heard these horror stories before. What happens if you send your funds to the wrong wallet address?
We have to wake the holy ghost of Satoshi Nakamoto and ask him to help us. Or probably we have to deploy a quantum computer to break the blockchain code. Nothing can be done. We cannot do anything
Nothing.
about it.
The cost of getting it back is probably going to outweigh even if it was
No,
possible.
and it's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
that it hasn't happened. It has happened with 2 to 3 of our investors already, and the amount they sent was not small. It was big amount, but unfortunately they sent it to the wrong address and they lost it. It's gone forever.
So exercise caution, check it properly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, me personally, I always like to, I think you gave me this advice, scan the QR code, be very, very careful, and that's all we can
Yeah.
do, right? You touched on security before when you were talking about partnerships. A question that comes up a lot in Telegram groups and I guess new investors is, I guess, how safe is a platform? And maybe you can answer this from protection against rug pulls to also hacking and that sort of thing. So how would you answer that? How safe is the Marhaba platform?
It would be a continuous process, and it would be a continuous effort to keep it safe always. As I said, we have two security partners who would be dealing with it. One of them is announced, Hacken, as I said. The second one, the discussion is almost final. We have sent the MOU as well. We are just waiting for the signing to be done, and then we'll announce it. So we will try our best to keep a platform safe and audited, and that would be a continuous process. Like, we aim to do a security audit every quarter, and to ensure. And then again, the development team that we have, they have a past history of working on 9 different DeFi specific projects, just not Solidity programmers or blockchain programmers we picked out from the internet, but they are people who know, and we have verified their backgrounds. We have done extensive due diligence on the work, on the development, and then we have taken them on board. So they are very good developers as well. So our development team is very proficient, and together they're trying to ensure that the platform will stay. I mean, it would be as secure as possible.
So I guess my final question is: you've touched on this before, and people who've followed Marhaba, who've listened to our shows and gone in the Telegram group know this quite well, but new people might not. How does someone know that the token and platform is halal? Like, what assurances would you give to someone who asks that question?
I will never give an assurance. You have to do your own research, and you have to satisfy yourself. If you have questions, ask. Simple. I mean, Sharia is nobody's personal property. Islam is nobody's personal property. So, if somebody wants to understand about how Sharia compliant it is, we have the reason why we have published a research paper is for you to read, reflect, and understand, and ask. So, if you have questions and you're not convinced with certain things, please feel free to get in touch with the team. Ask the questions. We'll make sure that we answer the best of our capabilities.
Absolutely. Awesome. And look, Brother Naquib, thank you so much for your time. Before I guess kind of close off the episode or the show today, any passing thoughts, anything you want to share with the community?
Yeah, I mean, look, our project is being built for the community. It is being supported by the community, and the team that we have built is maximum of them. We have picked them up from a community as well. So that's the reason the passion stays, and this is how we grow. And whoever wants to, I mean, and this is what we would be expecting from the community as well going forward, that they keep supporting us, and keep backing us. We are open to discussions with anybody who wants to reach out. I personally make sure that I try to answer whoever tries to reach me, and this is what our other team members also do. Um, I mean, this is what I can say. Help us make this successful together. Otherwise, alone we cannot do it.
Absolutely. And look, don't just take my word for it or Brother Naquib's word for it. Join the Telegram group, see for yourself, ask those tough questions, do your research. And like I sort of said on the last crypto show, like if you're investing more than a couple of $100, you need to do your research, guys. Check out the light paper, check out the white paper, check out the Sharia paper, and definitely like, comment, subscribe, and do your research. But on that note, Brother Naquib, thank you so much for your time, and we can't wait to have you on again.
Thank you, Mobi.